Motivational story: single mother. Neetu was also only 10 years old. She lived with her mother Dulari in an old mansion-like house in a small locality of Kanpur. Dulari was married in Kanpur about 30 years ago. Being from a village, she did not understand the ways of the city. Dulari's husband Bhagtram used to work in a shop in the market. About 5 years ago, he had a severe headache. He was taken to the hospital. When all the tests were done there, the doctor told that he had a brain tumor. It was as if Dulari's life had changed. She was a village girl living at home, who did not know anything about the outside world. The burden of the entire household fell on her head. Along with this, she also had to arrange money for her husband's treatment. Dulari somehow mustered up the courage to go out of the house and find work. She got the job of cleaning and cooking in a couple of houses. Dulari used to cook food early in the morning and leave Neetu with Bhagachi and then go to work. After working in the houses, she would come home in the afternoon, and after feeding her husband and daughter, she would quickly eat 2 bites of food and then go back for evening work. Meanwhile, Bhagachi's health was deteriorating. One day when Dulari sat beside Bhagachi in the hospital, he said, "Dulari, I think it is time for me to leave. You take care of Neetu, and the mansion in which we live was in my father's name. Never leave it. Think of selling the house only if you are helpless." He loved Neetu a lot. Dulari was just crying without saying anything. The next day morning, Bhagachi passed away. Dulari was not able to understand anything. Some people from the neighborhood performed his last rites. Somehow the 13th day rituals were performed. Just 2 days after the 13th day rituals, Bhagachi's relatives started claiming their share in the house. But these 13 days and Bhagachi's last words strengthened Dulari. After listening to everything, Dulari came and stood in front of everyone and said, "This mansion was in the name of my father-in-law, and my husband was his only son. Now I and my daughter have the right over it. You all please leave from here." After listening to Dulari, the relatives who thought her to be innocent and wanted to take over the mansion quietly went back. Dulari would go to work with Neetu in the morning and would work till evening and return home. She was handling all the responsibilities. Her only aim was to educate Neetu and make her capable. After a few days, Dulari collected money and got Neetu admitted in a school. Time was passing slowly. Today, Neetu was 10 years old. One day, when Dulari came home in the evening, Neetu told her, "Mummy, a man had come today. He has given me this letter." Dulari said, "Son, please read it out to me. I don't know how to read." Neetu opened the envelope and said, "Oh, mother, this is in English. Even I don't know that much English." Dulari took the letter from her and kept it safely with her. The next day, she made the owner of the house where she used to work read the letter. She told that your mansion is very old. The government wants to make it a memorial. Dulari was shocked to hear this. No, mistress, you write a reply to this. We don't want to sell our house. Where will we go?" Hearing this, her owner said, "Dulari, don't worry. I will find out about it, but as far as I know, the government will give you a lot of money in exchange for this." Dulari said, "Madam, what will we do with the money? We can manage to survive." The mistress said to her, "Okay, wait for a day or two. I will find out everything and tell you." Dulari came home after finishing her work. She was very worried today. She didn't know when the government would snatch her house. Where would she go? What would happen to Neetu? In 2 days, Dulari became very worried. After 2 days, her mistress said, "Dulari, your luck has changed. You know that you will get crores of rupees in exchange for this house. With this, you can buy a house bigger than ours. Even after that, so much money will be saved that you will never need to work." Dulari could not understand anything. Her mistress was very good. She got all the work done. Dulari got a lot of money. With the help of her mistress, she also bought a house. She deposited the rest of the money in the bank, the interest for which came every month. All of Dulari's work was completed. She now reached her new house. One day she was crying standing in front of Bhagachi's photo. When Neetu asked, she told, "Look, daughter, I lived with your father for only 5 years, but at the last moment, he used his wisdom and asked me to stay firm for the house, due to which we were able to reach here today. Even in his last moments, he thought only about us. At that time, I did not know anything. Our relatives would have occupied our mansion. Hearing this, tears started flowing from Neetu's eyes too. She said, "If Papa was alive today, he would have been so happy." Hearing this, Dulari said, "Daughter, he has done his work. I also saved the mansion by obeying his words. Now he had one more last wish. You have to fulfill that." He wanted his daughter to become very capable. Neetu said, "Mother, don't worry. I will definitely make Papa's name shine one day." Dulari still worked in all the houses. She got Neetu admitted in a big school and also got her a good tuition. Neetu became an IAS officer one day while studying. She came home that day and said, "Mother, look, Papa's dream has been fulfilled. Your daughter has become a collector. Mother, now you don't need to go to work, now you can rest. Anyway, we have no shortage of money." Dulari was very happy. "Daughter, today you have also fulfilled your father's last wish. You know, the need for money ended long ago, but I worked because you were brought up by it. I respect that work a lot." Dulari and Neetu both were standing in front of Bhagtram's photo. Dulari talked to him for a while and then came and sat on the bed. She said, "Enough, daughter. Now my work is done. Now I will get freedom." Saying this, Dulari fell to one side. Neetu ran and picked her up, but she was no longer there. She had already got freedom. Neetu was thinking this while crying. After all, why did my mother never get to enjoy happiness? Today, the time has come for her to enjoy happiness. God called her to him.